Hello and a warm welcome to Joburg Today. I am Nashina Mohammed and it's great to have you with us. The new administration says it's ready to pick up speed in its delivery to citizens and investors and to ensure on the promises they made. At a breakfast event last week, city officials delivered concrete plans to the investor community. The City of Joburg plans to make the city a more attractive destination for investment. This is a feedback session to investors, reporting on how the city has performed financially over the last year. The city has the highest rate of employment and business activity in the country. 74% of the headquarters of the stock exchange listed companies are based in Johannesburg. The City of Johannesburg remains strong on the radar as an attractive investment destination, having improved its financials dramatically since 2010. It offers an attractive base for African and multinational companies. At this event, the coalition administration of the city, taking over following the recent local elections, is pointing the way forward to the investor community, giving it direction, saying to them that with their new strategy in place, the city hopes to enhance itself as a very attractive investment destination.
Johannesburg offers investors a lot more in the form of the cosmopolitan environment. We've got the highly educated people around the environment, but also it's the finance capital of the continent, never mind the country. So finance is critical in business development, and it will give people a footprint in other parts of the continent using Johannesburg as a stepping stone. I think because of the performance of the city, there's a lot of comfort, and if you look at our recent rating upgrades, there's a lot of comfort from the investor side to say, if I put my money in this city, I will get it back. But in fact, if I put my money here, I know that the Johannesburg economy growth impacts positively on the provincial growth and therefore on the national growth.
Rating agency Moody's raised Joburg's global scale ratings in 2016 from Baa3 to Baa2, while the city's national scale ratings was raised by 4 notches up from A2 to Aa1. Moody's said it noted the city's prudence and consistency in managing its finances.
We have commented last year, I think after the municipal elections, whereby we have published a sector comment, whereby in our view we didn't expect any drastic changes as a result of the new administration. Simply because, we look at MFMA as the governing legislation that governs the operations of municipalities. So in our view, there isn't much that we expect as changes. However, we've also noted that there will be some adjustment in the budget, of which the city manager have alluded to. Obviously, this is a new administration, we have to give them a chance and see what they have to offer.
There are several projects in the pipeline for the city's further development where investment is required.
Our projects range from human settlement, that's a big issue. As I said, we've got more than 181 informal settlements in the city, so those people have to be settled in the right areas. And when I say right areas, I'm talking about location where economic opportunities exist. So the reintegration of the city is very important. We're talking about electricity to give access to first the residential customers, but also to give to businesses, manufacturing, which will then create job opportunities. I'm talking about providing water to both residential and also to businesses, large businesses that can also create employment. I'm talking about providing transport. If you look at the project that we are doing from the city to via Louis Botha to Sentin, which is the BRT, is to increase mobility. We've also spoken about the investments that we are making in making sure that our roads are safer, our cities are safer, the city is cleaner, and the traffic signals are working to ensure that mobility is not an issue, because mobility is critical in economic growth. So those are some of the projects that we're putting money to.
Now here's a snapshot of how the new administration plans to appeal to investors going forward.
It talks to investors because it assures them that infrastructure will be looked at, the municipality will be responsive, the municipality is serious about collecting its revenues, the municipality is credible, and that whatever they invest, they can be assured that they would indeed reap necessary benefits and returns. Our Moody's rating is good, and then investors are reacting very positively to that. Our goal around assuring them of our plans is just one aspect to show them that what we stand for and that we are accessible and then to be available to answer their queries. But they can see that if Joburg works, then South Africa will work, and that the mayor is passionately behind ensuring that Joburg works. Everyone wants to invest in an area where the city is working. You have seen particularly on the issue of 1,500 metropolis. That speaks volumes to the investors that this city is willing to protect investment in the city and bring law and order in the city where people will feel safe.
Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
How's it? This is Dominic Oliver, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. The Zendai Group, headquartered in Hong Kong, recently acquired a 1,600-hectare land parcel in Modderfontein. It is the first such real estate venture in South Africa, and for Zendai, their first African real estate investment. Construction on a Chinese finance city in Modderfontein, east of Johannesburg, kicked off in January 2015. Chinese firm Shanghai Zendai purchased 1,600 hectares of land with the vision of turning that into the New York of Africa. The Modderfontein site is located between the central business district of Sandton and OR Tambo International Airport. It is on the Gautrain route, and the development will also include the completion of the Modderfontein station. The Gauteng provincial government says this new city will benefit Johannesburg's residents in a massive way.
We took the rights that we had, 11 million square meters, and we converted that to completed development in terms of what it costs to build offices, what it costs to build warehouses, what it costs to build residential apartments, and that's where the 87 billion rand comes in 2013 rands. But it also comes with 23,000 new jobs. It also comes with 4 billion rand per annum as rates and taxes into Johannesburg.
应该说我们还是抱有很大的信心，因为南非现在的经济的
We are still confident in this project and the investment, because recession of South Africa is not its own problem, but as a result of global economic recession. Even China is impacted. For that sake, we are still confident. We believe that through some new policies and economic stimulation, we can help South Africa to grow the economy.
Shanghai Zendai is a Hong Kong-listed investment company. It develops and manages property projects in 12 cities in northern China, Shanghai City and Hainan Province. Modderfontein, their recent investment, has a rich history embedded in mining, one that the developers want to preserve by maintaining key heritage sites.
When Modderfontein factory celebrated its 100th anniversary, there was an initiative at that stage to say, let's make sure that we can demonstrate that a factory can exist and coexist with nature. And at that stage, it was an initiative by AECI's board to set aside an area of land for a nature reserve. At that stage also, they started a process whereby they established a conservation committee or conservation society that was responsible for preserving the heritage, for communicating and educating people about that heritage. So from that groundswell, we then started to say, but what else? So then it became very important to say, what are the issues that we want to actually make sure that we preserve, and how central is that to a development?
The development, which is yet to be named, will become a hub for Chinese firms investing in sub-Saharan Africa. This is a 15 to 20-year project that will see between 30,000 and 50,000 housing units of different types and sizes being built, ultimately housing about 100,000 residents. Initially, the project was met with some skepticism, especially after drawings were released showing what it would look like in 20 years' time. But hope and imagination are the key words according to the developers. They say it aims to be market-driven and depends on the needs of their clients. Once complete, the city will provide jobs for 100,000 people. Nashina Mohammed for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Danny Glover, and you're watching Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the end of this Monday's show. For more coverage on the city, check out our playlist. And that's it from me, Nashina. Have a good one.